Guys, we have a whole flock of, look at them, a whole flock of cardinals. They come and eat with our chickens. Isn't that awesome? Hi guys. I came out to my teepee and I figured what better to cook than bison in my teepee. But look at that. Never any added hormones or antibiotics. And check this out. I found that very interesting. Federal regulations prohibit the use of hormones in bison. There you go. Now we know why it's so good for you. Hi guys. Did you miss me? I missed you. So, I've been waiting for a nice day to come out, get some sunshine, get some fresh air, cook in my teepee. So, I can't make a fire in here, obviously, because, you know why, guys. It's made of pine and pine needles. So, I brought Old Faithful. And I brought the other Old Faithful. And I'm going to get set up real quick and then I'll come back and chat with you. Going to add a little seasoning, guys. Decided to throw some mushrooms in there so I can have a mushroom bison burger. Well, guys, you know me, I always forget something every single time. So today I forgot a plate and condiments. So I guess it's extra salt and seasoning salt, and lunch is served. Bison burger with cheese and shrooms and tomato, avocado, barbecue chips, and a big old glass of ice water. I'll be back to chat when I'm done, guys. Hi guys, how are you? That was a good lunch, and I ate everything but like 2 bites of my burger. I had to regain my strength. Man, that sun feels awesome. So yeah, my strength, guys. I do run a little low sometimes. So I didn't really plan anything to talk about. Just whatever rolls off my tongue. But it has been on my mind today about my day yesterday. Most of you guys know I smoke weed. Not only does it calm my nerves and anxiety, but it gives me an appetite. Sometimes it's hard for me to eat without smoking first. Well, we don't really have it here, so sometimes somebody smokes a bowl with me, but other than that, I've pretty much been going without. So, I met this lady. We got a dog from her. She has a real nice kennel. It's all legit through the state and all. And she smokes, and most of you might know too. It is legal here now, but we don't have any shops around us as of yet. So we had been there to visit them one other time, and she smoked some weed with me and really lifted my spirits, and as always, gave me a good appetite. Well, I was supposed to go work for them yesterday and clean their dog kennel, and it's an indoor kennel, really nice setup. And when I got there, before I started working, I took my lunch. I felt awesome. I was ready to kick ass. And she offered me a dab. Many of you probably don't even know what that is. But it is like a really concentrated, I don't want to call it an oil. I don't even know that much about it, but it's got a really high THC, and it's kind of looks like honey, but a little more set, not as runny. And you just take this little tube and heat it up and touch it to it and take a little hit, a little dab. Little dab will do you. Well, being from Washington, living there 7 years, my tolerance was pretty good. I mean, I could hit the dab pen of my friends all day long and kick ass. I mean, you guys that have been with me that long, you see what kind of work I get done. I don't sit on the couch when I get high. Well, anyway, so if you hear anything bouncing around, it's just Yoda. I seem to have lost him. I think he followed JT across the pasture, but anyway, so I took her up on it and I did a dab. And we stood up to walk outside, and within a couple minutes I started feeling like I might pass out. I'm kind of hardcore, so I didn't want to act like, oh, you just gave me a dab and now I don't want to work. So I went ahead and followed her out to the dog kennel, and about halfway out there I really, really felt like I was going to pass out, and I was having trouble focusing on what she was saying. And we get out there and I see a chair. I'm like, I need to sit down for a minute. So I sat down and she showed me what needed done, and then she went out and closed the door. Well, as soon as she went out, I was just overwhelmed with like the cleaning smells, and like you couldn't even smell dog crap or anything. I mean, that's how nice of a kennel this is. But she had mixed up some cleaning stuff in the sink. And between the feeling I was already having and smelling those fumes and those smells, I got worse. So I went outside and I sat down. There was snow on the ground, so I sat on a couple of large PVC pipes just to keep my butt off the ground. And sat out there for probably close to an hour thinking that Usually the fresh air will make me feel better when I feel that way. Guys, it didn't get better. It got worse and worse to where all I could do is just this. And not only was I only able to do this to hold myself sitting up, but my legs were like jelly, so they kept like wanting to just like collapse. Guys, I'm not going to lie. It was the most horrible feeling I've ever had in my life. I thought I was going to die yesterday. And some people say dabs will give you panic attacks. This was not a panic attack. This was some kind of reaction to how it was made. And I realize now I'm lucky that something really bad didn't happen, because they were expecting me to be busy cleaning in that building for hours. So if I would have passed out on the snow in that temperature, I would have been out there for several hours, and it could have been really bad. So I didn't know what to do. I'm like, well, I should just crawl back into that building and get my phone, because I knew I couldn't walk. I couldn't even stand. I couldn't even hardly talk. Like every once in a while, I would think I heard their voice, so I would call out. And I would just yell, Steve or Sharon. No answer. And then a couple times I thought I heard them, and I thought I need to call for them. And I couldn't even talk. Like, I couldn't even raise my head and open my mouth. That's how horrible I felt. It was really scary, guys. And it got me to thinking about the fentanyl and all these, how it's getting in street drugs and prescriptions and even over-the-counter drugs, apparently. Not everybody that dies from fentanyl knew they were doing fentanyl, let me tell you. And apparently now it's even being found in weed. So a big part of me is thinking maybe that had a little bit of that in it. I mean, I don't think the lady knew. She's probably used to it, so it probably doesn't even faze her, but it was really scary, guys. I've never felt that way. I was having trouble breathing. So I didn't know what to do, so I just prayed to God. I just talked to him, and I just said, please send me angels, send me the strength to be able to, we got a woodpecker joining us, guys. I just prayed to God to send me the strength to be able to get back into that building to my phone, and eventually I got up the nerve to try it, and I had to crawl all the way into that building, and I got to my backpack, and I got my phone, and I called JT to come and get me, and he did, and I really feel like a fool. I mean, I could have worked all day. I had a puppy I wanted to work off, a little female that I wanted for future breeding, so I fucked up. So I don't think I'm going to do any more street drugs, guys. I mean, weed's the only drug I do. I don't even like to take ibuprofen, but I learned my lesson, and I lost a day's work and possibly work in the future over it. So I did text him and told him that I don't know why I had that reaction, but that I'm never smoking it again, and I would gladly come back and clean the building if they want. But I haven't heard from them, guys. They probably think I'm a psycho weirdo or something. I don't know. And then I kept having another weird feeling. I kept thinking, well, I don't know these people that well. Like, what if they gave me something that was supposed to make me pass out, So then I was really scared of passing out, and I just kept telling myself, you can't go to sleep, you can't pass out. And the Lord gave me the strength, guys. There was no way I did that on my own. No way. He gave me the strength, and I was able to crawl to my phone, and JT and Bob came and rescued me. And I came home, and I slept for hours. It was a very restless sleep, but I slept for hours, and I was so cold that it took me hours to get warm. It was just a weird day, let me tell you. And I got up today, and I feel like I'm human again. Lesson learned, So I had a nice walk in nature today. I had a good meal. I got to sit in my teepee for a while. They're running the sawmill, which is right by my teepee, so we got run out. But that's okay. It's much nicer. Really pretty right here, actually. This is one of my favorite places in the summer to come and sit. So, guys, I haven't had a lot going on. That's the most, really. We've had super cold weather, really nasty weather, cold temperatures. We've been burning through firewood like crazy. So just been trying to stay warm and stay inside and keep my animals took care of. Other than that, not really much going on. I've really been wanting to do a video, but I'm just not one to want to sit in the cabin and do a video. And then my dogs hear the outside dog bark, and then they all bark, and I have to stop the video and start over, and then I forget half of what I said, and it's just, I don't like doing inside videos, you know? So I had to wait. I had to have patience. Now here we are, and it's beautiful and sunny and blue skies and no wind. Couldn't ask for a more perfect day. So I think I'm going to take advantage of it and go get some stuff done at home. Now that I've eaten, I'll go see if the guys have eaten. I do cook one good meal a day, sometimes two, but sometimes they have to fend for themselves for breakfast or lunch and just make scrambled eggs and toast or pancakes or sandwiches or something. So, but I had a great lunch, feeling kind of guilty. Yeah, that's pretty interesting about that bison, huh? They can add hormones and antibiotics to our cattle, but can't touch that bison. Pretty cool. So I'll probably be getting that more often. Well, guys, this was just supposed to be a little chat. I didn't mean for it to all be negative if it seemed that way. It's just so strange how you learn stuff. Like, oh yeah, that's the thing I forgot. I Googled about symptoms of coming in, in contact with fentanyl. And I didn't know how to word it because, I didn't actually think I did that. It wasn't like a pill form, but it popped up on its own what happens if you come in contact with fentanyl. And every single one of the symptoms were me, what I felt yesterday. Every single one of them. There was one, I guess, that didn't really apply, but kind of. It was sometimes it will cause you to have like a gurgling sound. I didn't have that, but I did have the need to keep clearing my throat. It was just odd, guys. It was the oddest feeling I've ever had. There's been a couple times in my life when I was possibly going to die, but I didn't feel like I was going to die. Yesterday, I felt like I was going to die. It was very scary. Anywho, important thing is I know what caused it, and I'm never doing it again. Anyway, guys, if the weather stays nice, I'll be back soon. And as soon as the weather's nice to stay, I'll be seeing you every other day. I miss your videos, and I miss making mine. Anyway, guys, I'll see you soon. Miss you.